General Hospital GH. Spoilers hint that Jack Brennan, Chris McKenna, could plot to eliminate Jason Morgan, Steve Burton. Will Carly Spencer's Laura Wright warning put her BFF in harm's way? Carly stopped by Brennan's office after she got out of the hospital and had a crucial conversation with him. That gave Carly a chance to sound the alarm about the threats Jason had made against Brennan. It's clear that if Carly gets hurt or faces a fatal outcome, Jason plans to make Brennan face the same fate. Carly gave Brennan updates on Jason's unsettling promises, but maybe Jason himself could be in danger now. Brennan knows how to turn on the charm, but there's a sinister side underneath that alluring exterior. GH fans know Brennan is capable of making truly disturbing moves. So how far will he go to get rid of Jason as a romantic obstacle? Jason wants Carly to open her eyes to the dangerous world she's in now, but Jason could be the one who ends up in the most trouble here. Since Jason is standing against Carly's relationship with Brennan, that's going to turn Jason into Brennan's fierce enemy. Brennan has proven how he likes to handle his adversaries since he nearly pulled the trigger on Valentin Cassadine, James Patrick Stewart. Valentin is a foe who used to be a friend and would be deceased right now if Brennan had things his way. Now that Brennan has fallen hard for Carly, anyone who hinders their romance could be at risk. Jason could eventually strengthen his efforts to break Carly and Brennan up, especially as Brennan's alarming secrets start to unravel. Although Carly thought she was doing the right thing by warning Brennan about Jason's threats, her decision to spill that news could backfire. The wheels may already be turning for Brennan when it comes to Jason and whatever move might be necessary to push him out of the picture. Of course, Carly would never forgive Brennan if he dared to make Jason a fatal target. So Brennan will have to keep that in mind and be careful. Brennan might eventually try to eliminate Jason and plan to make it look like some mob-related enemy went after him instead. Jason will surely survive whatever Brennan might have in store for him, but there could still be some danger in the works. General Hospital spoilers say Jason and Brennan's conflict is far from over, so they could make some other scary threats and troubling predictions as the storyline moves along. CDL's the place to be for scorching General Hospital spoilers, updates and news, so make us your favorite GH hotspot. As General Hospital continues to dive deep into the treacherous lives of its characters, a new storm is brewing, and it revolves around Jack Brennan, Chris McKenna, Jason Morgan, Steve Burton, and the ever-complicated love triangle with Carly Spencer, Laura Wright. With dangerous tensions rising between these three, GA spoilers suggest that Brennan might be plotting something far darker than anyone expects. Could his plans involve eliminating Jason once and for all? And if so, what will Carly's warning mean for her longtime friend? Carly had just left the hospital, still feeling the weight of her recent recovery. Her emotions were all over the place, overwhelmed by the dangerous world she was now tangled in. Jason had always been her protector, her confidant, but his warnings about Jack Brennan had become more pronounced. She couldn't deny the growing bond between her and Brennan, but the darkness in his eyes made her uneasy. Determined to act in the best interest of everyone she cared about, Carly found herself standing outside Brennan's office, her hand trembling as she knocked on the door. The man inside was charming, well-dressed, and always seemed to have the perfect words. However, Carly couldn't ignore the underlying sinister energy that seemed to follow him everywhere. When he opened the door and smiled warmly, it was hard for Carly to ignore the contrast between his smile and the coldness that often lurked behind it. She stepped into his office, feeling the tension between them immediately. "I've been thinking a lot about everything, Jack," Carly began, her voice low, cautious. "About you and Jason, about where this is all going." Brennan nodded thoughtfully, his piercing gaze never leaving her face. "I know you're concerned, and I'm glad you came to talk to me, Carly. But you don't need to worry about Jason. He's just trying to protect you. He's always had a way of being overprotective." Carly hesitated. She had heard the threats Jason had made against Brennan, and while she trusted Jason with her life, she knew his words could easily be taken as promises for bloodshed. She also knew Jack Brennan wasn't the type of man to back down easily. The fact that the two men were at odds made her stomach churn. "He's not just making threats, Jack," Carly continued, choosing her words carefully. "He's serious. Jason's not the type to back down, especially when it comes to me."